Welcome back to the Lemon Factor. I'm Chad, and today we're going to take a look at the PRL high volume catted downpipe for the 10th generation Honda Accord. So we have recently installed the downpipe on our project car, the 2019 Honda Accord 2.0 Touring with the 10-speed automatic transmission. And like all of the other modifications we've done on our project car, I've taken you through the install, and now it's time to take it to the dyno and see exactly how much horsepower we can gain on our Honda Accord with a high volume downpipe. In this case, it's the PRL. Now there are high volume downpipes sold by other manufacturers. I chose this one because it is catted and because supposedly it's not going to throw any codes that I have to take care of through the KTuner, and it's environmentally friendly. Yes, I am environmentally friendly. So I've driven the car for about 200 miles. No codes that I've had to go into the KTuner to disable. Everything seems to be running well. I will say that it does feel more responsive. Based on some research, people seem to indicate that it will give you more top end. I have not noticed that. Regardless, I am not one to rely upon my butt dyno. I like to take it to the dyno, find out exactly how much horsepower we can gain. So if you're interested, if you're in the market or considering purchasing a downpipe, maybe it's kind of expensive, maybe you're a little leery of going through the process of installing the downpipe and you want to know if it's really worth it, then stay tuned. Before we continue, please don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let's quickly review, for those of you who are new to the channel, our current modifications, our current performance modifications on the car. So first of all, we have the Phearable Stage 3 ECU2. We also have the PRL High Volume version 1 air intake. We also have the Mishimoto Intercooler. Remember, with the dyno pulls, the dyno will standardize our results based on some environmental factors like humidity, like temperature, barometric pressure, altitude, etc. So what I'm sharing with you is what you could expect to get if you're closer to sea level. Here at higher altitude, my actual horsepower is going to be much less than what I'm showing here, unfortunately. I shouldn't even say anything before going to the dyno, because a lot of the times when I think we're going to see one result, it turns out to be another. But I'm super glad that we bring it to the dyno, because this is what I want to do, right? This is what we want to find out for ourselves, exactly how much horsepower and torque is to be gained. We didn't see any significant gains from the downpipe. Now let's talk about the fact that I thought it was more responsive. Did that show up in any of the numbers, in the graph in any way? Do we have more torque down low? Nope, could be a placebo effect. Could be me just thinking or hoping that we were gonna experience something. It's not there on the dyno. If you find value from this information, if you find value in the direction we're going with the channel, please consider becoming a patron of the channel. $3 to $5 a month. Very small, automatic payments, you know, cumulative. If a whole bunch of you do that, that certainly would help out a lot. In lieu of that, consider hitting the super thanks button below the video or videos as you watch them. You say, hey, Chad, you know, you saved me a lot of either money or time, expense, whatever it might be. Yes, it does look like we gain maybe 3 wheel horsepower. Look like we gain potentially 5 foot-pounds of torque. And that's potential because that just jumps up. But we certainly didn't gain a lot. And if we were to leave it at that, I would say, I don't think it's worth it. The level of effort that is involved in installing a downpipe, I wouldn't do it again. If I watched this video myself, to make a decision, I wouldn't do it. The downpipe is not cheap. For me, I'm disappointed, especially for the cost and level of effort that it takes to install this, but now we know. So what's next? And I'm bringing that up because I'm seriously asking you, please leave a comment, let me know your thoughts. Here are some ideas. If you have something different, let me know. I have had people inquire about the upgraded intercooler pipes, the PRL pipes. We could add that to the car. Now, that's rather expensive. It's $400 for those pipes. I personally don't think that they're going to add any horsepower, but if that interests you, sure, we could put it on the car. We could find out. We could take it back to the track, the quarter mile, see if there's any difference with the downpipe. We could do some 0 to 60 runs. At this much horsepower and torque, it's great, it feels good, but it definitely spins the tires. We could add the flex fuel, find out what benefits you can gain. We could take the tune off, leave the modifications on, and go back to the dyno and see how much horsepower you gain from just putting the modifications on. So that's the air intake, the downpipe, and the intercooler. Do you gain anything on your stock tune? I think that's it for today. We've gone through enough. Thank you very much for joining, and until next time. For those of you new to the channel, this is new. For those of you who aren't new to the channel, yeah, guess where I got this from? Father's Day gift.